Hello everyone. In this video I will introduce you to the Active Directory service. My name is Adrian, so let's get started. The agenda. Let's talk about the agenda. I will introduce you to the lightweight directory access protocol and try to give a simple but clear example. Next, I will talk about its implementation in Windows and what extra feature does it have. Also, I will describe some advantages and disadvantages of the Active Directory service. And finally, provide a live session to create users and groups and enable them to log in a Windows operating system. So what is this protocol? LDAP, it's an application protocol. A protocol is a defined way to communicate between two systems. Let's think about two people that speaks Chinese and Italian. Maybe one of their protocols that they may have is to thank each other, moving their head and chest down as the image in the slide. So, resuming, a protocol is a way to communicate between applications. But what you can do with this protocol? It helps applications to log on to your services with a unique user and password, allowing you to access only the services that you have permissions. Also, you can share info to other administrators as users, systems, networks, services, and applications. Now that we have an idea of what LDAP is, we can continue with the Active Directory. This is the implementation of Microsoft on Windows Server operating systems. It is not limited to the definition that LDAP have. It provides a lot more services and also it is integrated with Windows operating systems because it is Microsoft. But also you can connect, if you have an open source operating systems, like Ubuntu, for example, to the Active Directory. It is harder, but it is possible. Some advantages that Active Directory have are tools for improved Active Directory performance, as load balancing, for example. Another feature is the Query Manager. Let's imagine that the organization has more than 3,000 employees. How can you find John Doe to change his account? These problems are solved with the Query Manager. Capability of reports as every system has. You can know how many applications or users are connected, what printers are online, and many more. Also, you can group objects like applications, users, printers, or computers to manage groups and not single users or objects, giving an extra layer of security. Finally, Windows Server 2016 has an online Active Directory cloud service, just to access anywhere your administration panel. So, it sounds great, isn't it? But what are the disadvantages that the Active Directory could have? Well, there are not really disadvantages, but they are more likely to be missing features. And with each version, the Active Directory service keeps getting better. Let's start with the live session. Here we will create user and groups and enable them to authenticate in Windows.
So let's get started. First, what I'm going to do is to open the Active Directory service. This is the panel that the Active Directory service has on Windows Server 2008. So I'm going to open the first domain that I have. The domain is called basesdatos.lab. So let's manage it. As you can see, here we have some users and some groups. To create a user, we are going to just click on this icon. We can put the name, maybe John Doe, okay. That's it. So we will generate a password for him. And finish it. We will create another user, maybe Maria, Rosales. Okay, and we will set it a password. And we have our two new users. Our first user is John Doe. It has an account of John Doe. And also we have Maria Rosales. She has an account called Maria Rosales. So let's add a group. We will call it active users. Okay. Let's add some users to this group. Maybe add John Doe. Let's just search it. Here is John Doe. Accept it. Accept. And now we have a group with a user called John Doe. What we are going to do next is to enable John Doe to log into Windows. So, as the Active Directory has the user's account and password saved in its database, we just have to choose which user we want to access on Windows. So what we are going to do is to add the user account of John Doe to this Windows operating system. Let's just add it. So we have to click on add and we can search the object. Here we have our John Doe user. So we are not setting the password or the username because we already set it in the Active Directory. We can just click accept. The username for login to Windows is John Doe as we defined it in the Active Directory. Let's make him an administrator. Let's finish. Okay, that's it. Let's restart the operating system. So let's log in with the other user. It was John Doe. As we can see, we have used the Active Directory to log on a service. This is the login service of Windows Server. We can access many other services and configure applications, network printers, and others with the Active Directory service. So as we can see, we are John Doe. We did not define the user with the standard control panel and users accounts. Yes, if you want to add another user, you can do it with, for example, Maria Rosales. Okay, so she's an administrator too. We accept, and the Active Directory also created the session and the login service for Maria Rosales. That's everything for today. Thank you.